Hi, I'm TJ Schwanke, host of Outdoor Quest TV. You know what? Hunting in another country can be an incredible experience, but can also be stressful selecting an outfitter, especially when we're talking about somewhere like New Zealand, where there are literally hundreds of outfitters offering countless different services. We recently had the opportunity to sit down with Gerald Telford of Telford Fishing and Hunting Services, and he takes some of the mystery out of booking a hunt in New Zealand.
Now, Gerald, we met you and Sue at the Safari Club convention in Reno, and that truly is the marketplace for hunters to go to if they want to book a hunt. It gets a little overwhelming sometimes. I think there was, 42 or 44 New Zealand outfitters there.
Yeah, no, the country's well represented, that's for certain. But the big advantage of those Safari Club conventions are that you get a chance to get face-to-face with people, which is pretty much what a booking's all about, so that we're sizing up the clients as much as the clients are sizing up us to see that everything's going to fit.
Yeah, now everything's not the same when you come here. What questions would you suggest people ask?
Are we hunting high fence? Are we free range, fair chase? Which part of the country? Because the stags are right throughout New Zealand, but down south where we are here in the lakes area, we've got the tahr and the chamois, which is a huge advantage to us. And it's not all about hunting. I mean, we've got a little resort town right next door to us. Bring the non-hunters, the ladies get well taken care of, whether it's wineries, shopping, just want to sit back and relax and read a book. It's a family operation. It's not in the middle of nowhere where it's just all about hunting and hunting.
Right. So maybe walk us through a little bit of the process. So once somebody decides, yeah, we're going to book with Gerald and Sue, what happens from there?
There's always, email is the great correspondence thing these days, and we rely on it a lot. So once we get back to New Zealand, you're still back in Canada or the States, wherever you are, we'll just fill in booking forms and iron out exactly what dates you want to come for, what species you want to hunt. Nothing's ever set in concrete. It's a fluid arrangement all the time. Sort out the prices. Everybody wants to make sure that what they've been quoted, exactly what it covers, and we set packages that cover everything.
Okay.
You get into New Zealand, into Auckland Airport, catch the connection down to Queenstown. We're at Queenstown to meet you.
Yeah. Now, getting firearms into this country is so easy.
Yes, it is. It's very relaxing. A little bit of paperwork to do beforehand, but nothing that we haven't got access to with being on our website. It's just a matter of filling in a visitor's firearms permit. You need to have 25 New Zealand dollars in your pocket.
Yeah.
Or if you prefer not to travel with a firearm, I've got a lender that I've got a 7mm mag there that's there for anybody to borrow.
Okay. And flights getting here, it's really simple. I know from Canada there's direct flights right out of Vancouver, and I know out of the US there's direct flights here, so it's not like it used to be where you had the big milk run to get here.
No. Being from New Zealand, we're used to travelling.
Yes.
So we've got we do it every year, 2 or 3 times to the Canada or the States. And it's 12 hours.
Yeah.
And when you think about 12 hours, it's no great.
We watched a couple movies, shut our eyes for 6 hours, and had breakfast, and we were here. It was really comfortable.
Yeah, nice comfortable service on Air New Zealand and things. But when you arrive in, you will be at the back end of 15 or 16 hours travel. Most of the flights are timed so they get into Queenstown midday. You're back into Wanaka an hour later at 1 o'clock. We try and keep everybody awake gently until 6:30, 7 o'clock. Yep. Light supper, get to bed. Just try and sleep as many hours as you can, because the next morning we're hitting the ground.
Yeah.
Out to the rifle range, check the zeros on things, and we go hunting.
All right.
And it's easy. We're 25 minutes drive to where we go hunting.
Yeah, it is very nice. Now you do both archery and rifle hunting, and you've got a real passion for archery, I know.
Yeah, I do like the bow hunting. It's especially at the start of the season, it's a really nice way for me to work my way into scouting the animals and figuring out where everything is.
So practically, what animals could a person hunt with a bow?
The red stag are pretty straightforward with a bow. You've just got to the basic things of getting the wind right and being patient, and being a good shot. Not long shots. No one's here to be heroes. 25, 35, 40 yards is keeping things within good margins, and we can do that.
Yeah.
Yep. Fallow deer have a habit of getting in between you and stags when you don't need them to, so it's always something that you've got to have an open mind on, and we've got fantastic fallow deer. Tahr, if you need the right hunter, and the right hunter from a mental and a physical point of view. They've got to be fit, and they've got to be pretty mentally tough, because it's big terrain, mountain breezes. It can be frustrating,
right?
But it's doable.
Yep.
And chamois, not this kid. You can do it, but we just don't have the terrain for it.
Right.
It's just brutal.
It is. I can attest to that.
No, I really enjoy the archery side of things. And it's one thing to be aware of is that we're all spot and stalk. I mean, we sit down with the binoculars and the spotting scopes, we find the animals, we either get them as they're travelling to wallows or from groups of deer to groups of deer, or we just wait until they bed down and put a sneak in on them. The terrain's perfect for it. I don't particularly have the patience to sit in a tree stand.
Right.
It can be effective, but it's just not my style.
Yeah. Now tell us a little bit about the lodge.
Lodge is our house. We've built a office come trophy room with 2 bedrooms attached to it, and then in the main house there's 5 bedrooms, of which Sue and the kids and I take up 2 or 3, and the rest of the house is open to guests. And I mean, it's just the first day it probably feels a little sort of like you're intruding in someone's backyard, but once people have been there for 2 or 3 days, they're part of the family, and it's very low key. And there's never any more than 2 or 3 people in hunting at any time. It might be 6 people with couples of bits and pieces, but and that's it. It's pretty low key. I'm the main guide. I've got 2 other guides that'll work for me as demand dictates, but we try and keep it small, keep it personal, and keep the quality of the animals up.
So once you've got your animal down, how do we get it back to North America?
All easily handled. We need to have a taxidermist in this country. So you've got 2 choices. You're either expediting your salted or tanned skins and the antlers back home, or you can choose to get the taxidermy done here.
Okay.
And that's really simple for us because our taxidermist is at Frankton, which is Queenstown Airport. So it's either going to or coming from the airport, stop in, talk to David, and we get all the details ironed out. And once again, there's no great hurry on things. It's just a matter of having the paperwork done and the options are available, and keep the lines of correspondence going.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a real pleasure coming to New Zealand. I mean, it's, you know, it's an English-speaking country. It's a well-developed country, and it's just everything seems to work so well. And you know, I think they're used to having hunters come to this country, and everybody's so friendly and welcoming.
You know, it's certainly a hunter-friendly country. I mean, it's all the landowners are really accommodating, and we're hunting all private land, which is important to us, and it's all through my connections with the local landowners that our business exists. So yeah, they're all very user friendly, and they understand that what trophy hunting's about, or just quality deer management. They've pretty well embraced it. So it works for them, works for us, works for you.
Exactly.
It's a good partnership.
No, it's been awesome. You guys run just an incredible operation, and really want to thank you for having us.
Hey, it's been a pleasure, and yeah, the more the merrier.
I'm standing here with Sue Telford. Now Gerald says you're the other half of Telford Fishing and Hunting, but that's what we were thinking too. So now in addition to the fishing and hunting, you guys do a lot of tourism tours for people who maybe don't hunt, or after their hunt's over, you offer a lot of different opportunities.
Yes, and one of them, all I need is an excuse, is to take you flying. So I've flown around here for quite a few years, but also been involved, scenic flying, been involved in the tourist industry down here. Sort of have our finger on the pulse with what activities are on offer, like tandem skydiving or jet boating or rafting, or more relaxing walking, mountain biking.
Well, I know reading through your website, there's a lot of women comment on there, they weren't sure about coming to New Zealand with their husbands hunting, and then all of a sudden they had a better time than he did by the sounds of it.
They do, yes. Yeah. Well, we have a large wine industry in this area. Yeah. The Pinot Noir grape is the top award winner for our region. And also the other products of wood turning and Reno wool products, the Epsom, and the pottery. There's a lot of gifted artists in this area.
So where are we going today?
We are going to see Milford Sound.
Which is?
Milford, it should be known as a Milford Fjord. It's in the Fiordland National Park. It's within a 1.2 million hectare of landmass, which is quite isolated, rugged, beautiful, and Milford's one of the most. It's the Taj Mahal of New Zealand.
Beautiful.
Mitre Peak here.
Looks like you got a great day for it.
Yes, awesome day, and yeah, we'll go and have a look.
Sounds good, let's go.
Alrighty.
All right. For more information on booking your own New Zealand adventure, contact Gerald and Sue Telford of Telford Fishing and Hunting Services at flyfishhunt.co.nz.